Hello, good morning to all. Welcome to the online classes for UG students on COVID-19 for the academic year 2019-20. Pinit Ramreddy, lecturer, Department of English, Government Degree College, Mahabubabad. Today our topic is English grammar, adjectives and adverbs. It is the part of first semester, first year, first semester English. Now let us go to discuss adjectives. What is adjective? An adjective is a word that modifies a noun or pronoun. It describes, explains, or tells something about the noun. Most adjectives answer the question what kind, which one, and how much, many. It means adjective is a word which is modifies a noun or pronoun the quality or quantity. For example, happy girl. Happy girl means which girl, and his desk. Which desk? That boy. Which boy? Five books. How many books? And another examples are Anil is an honest boy. Here, honest is an adjective. I need some water. I need some water. Some is an adjective. Arun wrote 2 miles. Here, two is an adjective. Kinds of adjective. There are seven kinds of adjectives in English. Let us see what are they. Descriptive adjectives, quantitative adjectives, proper adjectives, possessive adjectives, demonstrative adjectives, and interrogative adjectives, and relative adjectives. Now, let us go to discuss briefly about the kinds of adjectives. Number one is descriptive adjective. Descriptive adjectives tell quality, condition, appearance, looks, personality, feeling, shape, size, touch, and color. Descriptive adjective means it is expressing the quality or condition and appearance, looks, personality, feeling, shape, size, touch, and color. For example, rich, poor. He is a rich man. Their rich is descriptive adjective. He is a poor man. Poor is descriptive adjective. Healthy, beautiful, handsome, pretty, helpful, friendly, distressed, painful, excited, oval, round, rectangle, big, small, narrow, smooth, rough, bumpy, sandy, brown, can, purple, white, black, blue, blur, etc. These are the these are called as the descriptive adjectives. Now, quantitative adjectives. Quantitative adjectives are adjective of numbers. Here there is a meaning in quantitative. Quantitative means the numbers tells the number or amount. The quantitative adjectives are classified into three smaller groups. The quantitative it indicates about the number. The quantitative adjectives again they divide into are classified into three smaller groups. They are one is definite numerical adjectives. They tells the number cardinal or ordinal. For example, cardinal means 1, 2, 300 million. These are called cardinal numbers of definite numeral adjectives. Next, ordinal numbers: first, second, third, 100 million, etc. Millionth. These are called ordinal definite numerical numbers adjectives. Next, second one is quantitative adjectives. In indefinite numerical adjectives, the quantitative adjectives, the second one is indefinite numerical adjectives. They tell the amount but not the exact ones. Means the amount is not exactly. They are some some amount means how much, either 10 rupees or 100 rupees or the 1000 rupees. There is no exact figure but some amount. And any, a lot of, much, many, plenty, large amount of, a great deal of. These are indefinite numeral adjectives. Why these are called as indefinite? Because they are not having the exact figure, so they are called as the numerical adjective, numerical quantitative adjectives, indefinite numerical numeral adjectives. Now, distributive numeral adjectives. Distributive numeral adjectives, they tell the number which refer to one at a time. They are each, every, either, neither. For example, each student has an ID card. Either staff can represent the group, neither policemen are followed to torture suspects. These are called distributive numeral adjectives in the part of quantitative adjectives. Now, kinds of adjectives. Proper nouns. Proper adjectives are derived from proper nouns. Just like proper nouns, they start with a capital letter. They normally answer the adjective question, what kind. Here, proper nouns means they derived from the proper adjectives means they are derived from the proper nouns. Normally these proper adjectives starts with the capital letter like proper noun. Example: proper noun: American, Japan, Cambodia. Proper adjective is American, Japanese, Cambodian. Just to difference the there is the name of the country here, just it has become American, the citizen of America; Japanese, citizens of Japan; Cambodian, the citizens of Cambodian. Like they are called the proper adjectives. Next, kinds of adjectives. Possessive adjectives. Possessive adjectives restrict the ownership or possession of nouns. They are my, our, your, his, her, its, and their. I visited their hometown. I left my book at home. I left my car at there. Like these are called the kinds of possessive, possessive adjectives. Means my, its, own, like that. Next, demonstrative adjectives. Demonstrative adjectives point out which nouns. They are this, that, these, and those. These are called demonstrative adjectives. For example, this book is not mine. That book is mine. I want that t shirt. These cars are brand new. Those motorbikes are second hand. These are called demonstrative adjectives which comes with this and thus. This flower is the most radiant. Those books are to be discarded. These are the demonstrative adjectives. Next, interrogative adjectives. Interrogative adjectives introduce direct or indirect questions. They are what, which, and whose, almost with WH question, WH words. We can say as WH words. We can make the questions with WH words. They are called also interrogative adjectives. Example: he asked which way I should go. Here, which is a interrogative adjective. He wondered what problems we are having. Here, what is the interrogative adjective. Whose book is this? It means he is asking this book is belongs to whose. The whose is the interrogative adjective. Which subjects should be taken? Here, which is the interrogative adjective. What requirements do you need? Here, what is the interrogative adjective? See, all these made the questions with using WH words. All these sentences. So these are called as the interrogative adjectives. So, see students, with interrogative adjectives we can make the questions in our day-to-day communication here and there to speak with other peoples. Next, relative adjectives. Relative adjectives introduce clauses and modify the nouns that follow. They are whose, whichever, and whatever. For example, the student whose work is admired works very hard. Here, this is expressing the relation of the work. Carry whatever foods you can. He will choose whichever solution is practical. See, in the student whose work is admired works very hard. In the first sentence, whose is the relative adjective. Carry whatever foods you can. Second sentence, whatever is the relative adjective. He will choose whichever solution is practical. The whichever is the relative adjectives. Next, position of adjectives. We place or put adjectives in three main positions: before nouns, after linking verbs, and after nouns. Means here the adjectives where and how we place it is saying the position of adjectives. Generally in three main positions we place the adjectives. The number one is before nouns, after linking verbs, and after nouns. In some cases only, not always. Let us see before nouns how. Adjectives are placed before nouns so that they modify nouns. For example, she is a hardworking student. Here, she is a hardworking student. Working is a verb. Here, hard is adjective. It is adding before a verb. It is called she is a hardworking student. It is a big and expensive house. It is modifying the nouns meanings. Next, position of adjectives. After linking verbs. Adjectives are placed after linking verbs and they complete the meaning of the subjects. Sometimes they are linking two verbs. For example, she looks unhappy. They are friendly and helpful. Position of adjectives after nouns. However, adjectives in some cases, adjective phrases, and adjective clauses may be placed after the nouns they modify. For example, it is not easy to make everyone satisfied. Here, satisfied is adjective after a noun. I don't know the man who is standing over there. The who is standing over there is adjective clause. It is after a noun. I don't know the man standing over there. This is also end of the noun, adjective phrase or particle phrase. Functions of adjectives. Adjectives perform two roles in sentences: modifying nouns and pronouns. Here, there are two adjectives. They are modifying nouns and another one is modifying pronouns. For example, I prefer red apples. Red is adjective. It is modifying the apple. I prefer apples is okay, but what type of apples? Red. Which color apples you are preferring? Red color. It was a cold, grey, and ominous dawn. It is cold, grey, and ominous. It is also that situation. And modifying pronouns. For example, he is friendly. He is a pronoun. Yeah. What type of he? He is very friendly with the people. He is the happiest one. How is he? He is the happiest. So it is called as the modifying pronoun. Next, related topics, nouns, pronouns, verbs. It's okay. Now let us go to discuss adverbs, which is also the very important in our day-to-day communication, which plays a vital role. The adverbs. What is adverb? A word that describes or gives more information about a verb, adjective, phrase, other adverb in the sentence. He ate quickly and it was extremely good. Quickly and extremely are both adverbs. Here, he ate quickly and it was extremely good. These in these two sentences, quickly and extremely are the adverbs. How to recognize an adverb? We can usually recognize an adverb by its function, means job, form, position. The adverbs we can recognize on the base of the function, job, form. Example, function, let us see the function. The principal job of an adverb is to modify, give more information about verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs. In the following examples, the adverb is in bold and the word that it modifies is in italics. See, the principal job of the adverb is to modify a verb or adjective and other adverbs in a sentence. Here we have some examples. Let us see. The adverbs are in bold letters and modifying modifiers are as in italics. See, John speaks loudly. Here, John speaks how? Loudly or slowly. Loudly is an adverb. If he speaks slowly, it is also an adverb. The speaks italics, it is modifying. And Mary lives locally. The locally is adverb. Where does Mary live? And she never smokes. Here, never is an adverb. Next, B is modify an adjective. The above one is modify a verb. Now let us go to discuss how the adverb is modifying an adjective. He is really handsome. Somebody says he is handsome. Then he is raising it out. Is he handsome? Now he says yes, he is really handsome. So handsome is an adjective. The really is an adverb. It is modifying an adjective. Modify another adverb. She drives incredibly slowly. Here, she drives slowly is a sentence. In this sentence, slowly is an adverb. Now, here, adverb is modifying another adverb with incredibly word. She drives incredibly slowly. But adverbs have other functions too. They can modify a whole sentence. Obviously, I can't know everything. Modify a prepositional phrase. It's immediately inside the door. Modify a clause. Perhaps you are correct, but not at first glance. Perhaps modifies clause you are correct. Next, form. Adverbs that end in ly or see how to form an adverb. Let us go to know. Adverbs that end in ly are formed by adding ly to an adjective, a present participle or past participle. Form an adjective. Careful. With adding ly, it has become carefully. It is an adjective. Beautiful. To the carefully is an adverb. With adding ly to the adjective, it has become adverb. Beautiful is also an adjective. With adding ly, beautifully, it has become an adverb. Fitting, adjective. Fittingly. From a present participle. Willing, willingly. Glowing, glowingly. Surprising, surprisingly. The willing, glowing, surprising, all these are the present participle. Present participle means v1 plus ing form. When we add ing form to the v1, it will become the present participle. When we add ly to the present participle form, it becomes an adverb. See, willing, willingly, glowing, glowingly, surprising, surprisingly. Assured, assured, sorry, from a past participle. Every verb is having three forms: present form, past participle. Now for with adding something to the past participle form, we can get an adverb. Assured. With adding ly, assuredly. Affected. With adding ly, affectedly. Surprised. With adding ly, surprisingly. When adjective ends in able or able, the adverb is formed by replacing final e with y. Horrible, horribly, terrible, terribly. When the adjectives are ending with able, able, ible, able, to the type of adjectives with removing that e from the able or able, with adding y, we are getting adverb. See, horrible, horribly, terrible, terribly. Next, when adjective ends in y, the adverb is formed by replacing final y with ily. Example, happy, happily, lucky, luckily. See, when the adjectives are ending with ly, sorry, only y, with removing the y from the adjective root word, adding the suffix ily to the root word, sorry, y to the root word, we are getting an adverb. Example, happy, happily, lucky, luckily. When adjective ends in ic, the adverb is formed by replacing final ic with ically, economic, economically, ironic, ironically. See, when the adjective is ending with ic, in to form an adverb, just with adding ically. Now we are getting adverbs. Some adverbs have no particular form. For example, well, fast, very, never, always, often, still. This type of adverbs are not having any particularity to form adverbs. Position. Adverb have three main positions in the sentence. Number one, front, before the subject. It means adverb have three main positions in the sentence. In a sentence, the adverbs can place in three positions. The number one is front. Now we will study adverbs. The now is the front position. Next, middle, between the subject and the main verb. We often study adverbs. Here, often is an adverb. End, at the end of the sentence. after the verb or object. We study adverbs carefully. Now, kinds of adverbs. Adverb of manner. In English, adverbs of manner answering the question how are often formed by adding ly to adjectives. For example, great yields greatly and beautiful yields beautifully. No, just now already we had a discussion how we can get the adverbs from the adjectives with adding ly. Note that some words that end in ly, such as friendly and lovely, are not adverbs, but adjectives in which case the root word is usually a noun. Sometimes they don't act like adverbs. Sorry, adverbs. They are adjectives. Adverb of time. Adverbs of time answer the question when he has not played chess recently. I haven't seen Tom recently or lately in the last few weeks. Here, the recently is an adverb. Recently, it is indicating the time, list, early, never, now, often, soon, then, today, tomorrow. All these are called as the adverbs of time. Adverbs of place. Adverbs of place, location, direction. Answer the question where. I walked downstairs. Have have you ever gone there? Here downstairs is an adverb. I will meet you outside. List above, away, below, down, here, inside, there, up. All these are adverbs of place. అదేవిధంగా సారీ సుమన్ లివ్స్ హియర్ ద స్టూడెంట్స్ ఆర్ వెయిటింగ్ అవుట్ సైడ్ I have looked everywhere. She lives there. All these are called as the adverbs of place. Next, adverbs of degree. Answer, answer the question how much. Adverbs of degree means he is totally prepared for his birthday. How much he is prepared? Totally prepared. The totally is indicating the adverbs of degree. Means how is there? He is already prepared. I am too tired to play tennis tonight. It means he got tiredness. He is unable to play. He is completely tired from the journey. So this completely is adverbs of degree. List almost, entirely, little, much, rather, very, too. These are called as the adverb of degree. Here the tea is very hot. Here very is adverb of degree. How is the tea? It is very hot. I am fully prepared. How is prepared? He is fully prepared. The vehicle is partly damaged. How the vehicle is damaged? It is damaged partly. Level of degree. The highest level, absolutely, altogether, completely, entirely, quite, totally, utterly. These are called the highest level of degree. I agree with you completely. High level degree. Very, a lot, a great deal, considerable, extremely. These are called a high level degree of adverbs. Thank you for your extremely useful advice. Next, medium. Rather, quite, fairly, pretty, slightly, somewhat, a bit, little, a little bit. That is, I was slightly disappointed with my results in the test. I found it rather difficult. Quite usually refers to a positive situation, while rather than refer to a negative one. That is quite bright, quite exciting, rather boring, rather dull. All these are called level of degree. Sorry, the medium of level of degree adjectives. Degree. Already you know the degrees of comparison also there, but here degree positive, negative, positive degree and negative degree. Positive degree is extremely, very, rather, fairly, incredibly, pretty, quite. These are called as positive degree. Negative: slightly, fairly, rather, very extremely, a bit, quite, pretty, incredibly. Incredibly. These are called negative. Rather is more formal than the other words and often describes a negative situation. We had rather bad weather. The food was rather expensive. These words should be used in negative sense. For a positive situation, rather often indicates that something is better than we expected. Her cooking is rather good quality. That rather we can use in negative sense and also in positive sense. In negative sense, we had rather bad weather. The food was rather expensive. Here, in positive weather way, her cooking is rather good quality. Almost, nearly, and practically. It's almost nearly 5 o'clock. It is probably about 4:57. I almost nearly last month. I won but only lost, but only a small amount. Not at all, not a bit. The lecture wasn't at all useful. It was completely useless. Hardly, scarcely, barely. Noun is scarcely awake, almost asleep. Incredibly, pretty, and a bit are informal and mostly used in spoken English. A bit is mostly used before negative adjectives, not positive ones, or adjective with negative prefix. The hotel was a bit disappointing. Actually, it means the hotel was not up to the mark what they were expected. So they are using a bit. I thought she looked a bit unhappy. Adverb of frequency. Adverbs of frequency answer the questions how often, how they happens. We have to answer. He rarely goes by himself. She constantly finishes her job first. Always, never, usually, frequently, sometimes, occasionally. These are called as the frequency, adverbs of frequency. The driver is always late. He seldom meets his friends. He committed the mistake twice. Here, always, seldom, twice. All these three are the adverb of frequency. Always, everyone, usually, generally, most time, frequently, often, last of time, sometimes, sometime, occasionally, seldom, never, hardly, ever, hardly. See the above words. Here, adverbs of frequency go before the main verb with the exception of the verb to be. I occasionally see them. She is often late 3 days. Sometimes, occasionally, and often can go at the beginning or end of the sentence. They go to the Jew quite often. It means frequently they visit the Jew. Sometimes my parents give me money. Here, hardly, scarcely. Hardly plus a positive often has the same meaning as almost plus a negative. I hardly had anything to eat for lunch. I had almost nothing. I hardly had anything to eat for lunch. Lunch means I had almost nothing to have the lunch. Here some examples. Nancy and I dash go out for coffee together. Andrea dash has cream for dessert. I dash drive my car to work. Andy dash gets to visit with his cousins. It dash rains here in the summer. Thank you, students, for having the patience to listen my class. Thank you. Let's meet tomorrow by same time with other new topic.